Welcome to another episode of the Meal Prep Monday podcast. I'm your host and founder of Prep Dish, Allison Schaff. In today's, it's not an episode. I don't have an episode for you today. I have an announcement, but I really didn't know how to change up my intro. So the announcement today is I am taking a break from this podcast for the next 3 months. So right now we're at the end of September, and I will be back beginning of January. So it's an intentional break, just wanting to have time to really, honestly, part of it is I think in the past, I've always been, batching my podcast content and being very intentional with it and having time to think about it and ask all of you, what topics are you interested in? And lately, I feel like I've been doing more last minute episodes and not as intentional about it. And so I really want a few months to hear feedback from all of you of what topics are you interested in and be able to think about it and work on those this fall so that starting 2026, I can have some really powerful episodes for you, some content that you're interested in. So on that note, I will say a task, I don't know if it's a task, but a request I have from all of you is if you have specific topics you would like to hear about, things you want me to dive into. And if you're longtime listeners, yes, meal prep related, habit related, health, nutrition, all of that. But I also like to go on tangents and kind of go off topic. So just if there's anything you're interested in, let me know. Instagram at PrepDish is a good way to reach out to me. Or if you're in our Facebook group, I will link that in the show notes as well. But, post on there if you guys have ideas for topics you want me to cover. I'm always open to feedback when I'm creating these episodes and, coming up with content that's really going to help all of you. So that is what's going on. And I guess a few reminders. One, if you're not a Prep Dish subscriber, we do have that 2-week free trial at prepdish.com/MPM that will stay live even throughout the break. So that'll be in the show notes. But if you want to try Prep Dish, best way to do it, do the 2 weeks, no cost, see how it works for you and your family. And then the other reminder is we're close to 300 episodes. Not quite. We're just under 300 episodes, which means there is a lot of content. So don't fear, go back into our archives and see if there's some topics that resonate with you. Find some episodes that might be helpful and use this time to catch up on some of the archived episodes. And then third, and I believe final reminder is if you are not a subscriber to this podcast, I would encourage you to hit subscribe. I'm not going to, and then that way, when I come back in January, you won't have to remember to go find Meal Prep Monday. I will already be in your feed and you will see when the new episode is live. So yeah, that is all I have for today. I will be back again in January of 2026 with another episode.